Been working within communication arts for about 25 years now, and for 15 of those years I worked for I had a boss, worked for, whether it was an ad agency or an in-house art department.
Sure.
And then for the last 8 years I've run my own business, and kind of the niche I've developed running my own business is I'm a hired creative gun for larger agencies who call me up and they need it's usually design context, but it needs an illustrative approach, and that's kind of the niche that I usually work in. That said, I also help small business owners to rebrand and establish their identity.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
How would you describe your style?
Adaptive.
Adaptive, okay.
I'm kind of a chameleon in that respect. Not that I don't have certain signature styles that people can look at and say, oh, that's Vaughn's style. But usually whatever the project is dictates the appropriate style I'm going to pick to go with it. So it usually depends on what type of project it is, and then I'll if the client doesn't tell me what style they want, then I'll kind of determine the style that's going to work best for that, or what I think would work best for them. Well, I worked for a Christian design firm for 6 years, and almost every design we worked on either had a guy pointing up, or an ichthus or a cross, dove, obviously, cross, church. Yeah, it really, and right now I'm working on a church identity, and the church is pretty vanilla in terms of their name. It's just Northwest Church.
Yeah.
And I'm really pushing myself not to rely on anything like that.
Sure.
Because it's easy to adapt to a cross, so I don't want to use, at least I don't want to use an obvious cross. And I'm even trying to think, okay, what's something I could create that's completely unique that nobody's done to represent a church without them reading into it something that it isn't,
Totally.
I don't know if I can do that, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do.